everyone, this is Jet and it's time for another sticky trick. Today's sticky trick has to do with how to edit videos. I just gotta warn you guys right now, I use Windows Live Movie Maker, so most of my information is going to specifically apply to that program. But there are ways to use each of these techniques on most video editing software. This is just something I use because it's free. It came with my laptop. I don't do anything overly extra or exciting that would cost any extra money. So I think this is best for a lot of just, a hobby YouTubers. If you don't want to do anything overly special, this is all beginner information. So just got that out of the way. I'm going to go step by step, different things that I do to edit my videos. The first thing that I do is cuts and transitions. I always play through my whole video right after I upload it onto Windows Live Movie Maker and see if I have to cut anything out or splice anything or make any transitions. This often happens if I make a mistake or if I have a really long pause I want to edit out, or if I have a tutorial where I have several steps and have to kind of break it up. The transitioning effect that I always use is just crossfade. It's really simple. It makes like a smooth fade from one screen to the next, and you can even change the duration, which is really important. When you just have a tiny bit to cut out, you can use the smallest duration, which is like 0.25 of a second. So definitely play with that technique if that's what you want to do. And if you aren't comfortable with transitions and cuts, just try to take your video completely in one take, and that should sort of eliminate the need for this step. My next step is adding captions and titles. Captions and titles are great for reinforcing instructions in a tutorial, adding in specific information like an emphasis on it. Say like if you have a contest and you want the date to be super clear, like the end date for your contest, you can have a caption at the bottom so people will read that and hear you say it, and there will be like nothing that's unclear to them. The only thing that I really suggest with captions is if your background is like predominantly dark colored, you'll probably want to use white text, and if your background is mostly light colored, you'll want to use black text. So if your background is multicolored, say there's a little bit of white, a little bit of black, and it's not very clear what color of text you should use, check in the effects options for your text. They do have a few that have sort of background colors behind the text. That's always what I like to use because you really want your captions to be clear to understand. And you'll see that I'm using that effect throughout this video. For tutorials, you might want to break up the steps with title screens. Title screens don't have to just be for the title. Check this out in a few of my earlier tutorials or my longer tutorials. I even, at the beginning, will add in a title screen and list the different times on the video that each step starts. And this is a really nice method, I think, because people using your tutorial can go back to it as they're making it, and it's really clear when each step starts. The third thing that I want to talk about is time lapses. Sometimes it's great to really speed up a video, either because you have a tutorial or a video that's really too long, or you just want to, show the process of making something in a time lapse. For this, you'll want to go to Video Tools and change the speed of your video. Anything above ×1 will be faster than the normal pace of your video. There's ×2, ×4, and even as high as like ×16 or higher. And you can adjust the speed depending on how long you want your video. And keep in mind that the faster you speed up, the more detail is lost. You might want to slow down the video a little bit if there's an important detail that you don't want your audience to miss. And you might want to do a voiceover for your videos. The way I do this is I use a separate program called Audacity. It's completely free to download, and it's just an audio program that I use to record my voice. To do that, I'll play my video, and as I'm watching it, I'll record myself watching it using Audacity, and then I'll upload it onto Windows Live Movie Maker using the tool Add Music. Yeah, you're gonna sort of be treating your voice as if it's music. It's not really, but that's how you add in any audio onto Windows Live Movie Maker. Okay, so your video's almost all done, and now it's time to add extra touches. I always add a few extra things to the end of my videos, just to, give it a little style, a little pizzazz, whatever. One thing that I always do is I always fade in my video from black and then fade in to black at the end. What that means is if you look at the beginning of my videos after the title, it kind of transitions from a black screen to my face, and then at the very end it transitions from my face to a black screen. These are all options under visual effects in Windows Live Movie Maker, and just keep in mind that you can't have multiple visual effects in one chunk of video. So if you do film your video in completely one take, you're going to need to splice it somewhere in the middle and have the first half be fade in from black and the second half be fade in to black if you want to do that. Another thing that I like to do is add music. All of my music comes from freeplaymusic.com. It's uncopyrighted music, so I won't get in trouble for having it in my videos. And I like to add it during the title sequence and at the end of my videos sometimes to wrap it up. What I do here is download a piece of music, and they usually give you the full length of the music, but also the options to download it in 30-second increments or 15-second increments. I have a clip that's 15 seconds long, and that's perfect length for my title sequence. And I also add it at the end, and keep in mind if you add it at the very end to lower the volume of the music so you can still hear yourself talking. And if you want to go with that route, you're gonna have a lot of fun because there are thousands, I feel like, clips on that site, and you're gonna have to go through them all and see what you like. And it's just a really fun way to add something extra to your videos. You can also download full-length music for, time lapses to play behind it. Good luck finding, like 10-minute clips of music or whatever you need. I get all of my stuff from that site. I also like to add a title screen, and one thing that I usually do is add 2 title screens at the beginning of my videos, one for the title and one for the subtitle or some important piece of information. By default, title screens are 7 seconds long, so if I have 2 title screens of 14 seconds, and that's why I use the 15-second music clips. Title screens are a great place to add personality and a signature style to your videos. So all that I can really say is have fun with it. Like, you can go online and download a really cool font you want to use, or have like a picture for the background of your title screen. Just do whatever you like for the title screens and just make your videos your own. Alright, that's all the information I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching.